Hello everyone, welcome back to my Wushu class. My name is Wushu and I want to help you improve your Wushu. Today I'll be explaining the difference between the one leg and the two leg takeoff for the XuanFeiJiao or Whirlwind Kick. I'll point the ups and downs for both methods and I'll let you know why I changed from the one leg to the two leg takeoff after 7 years of practice. The XuanFeiJiao or Whirlwind Kick or even Tornado Kick has multiple variations in different martial arts. Across most of them, this is a round motion kick executed in the air. In Wushu, this is a movement with a tremendous impact in which athletes look to excel in both terms of height and rotation. Let me elaborate on this for a second. In modern Wushu, in demonstration events, individual performance is evaluated in three main categories. Group A is quality of movement, Group B is overall performance, and Group C is degree of difficulty. Now I won't go into much detail on this. Instead, let me just say that the XuanFeiJiao is a difficulty movement whose points are related to the rotation you add after you kick and to the landing of the jump. So, the more rotation you add, the more points you get in Group C. And the higher the jump, the more points you can get because the movement gets much more impressive. So you can get more points in Group B, overall performance. Establish the importance of this movement, let's get into the reason for this video, why people use different methods for the takeoff of this jump. Now, I think traditionally this movement was performed with the one leg takeoff. If you watch videos from before the year 2000, you probably won't find anyone executing the two leg takeoff. The first guy I watched executing that takeoff was Wang Li from Shandong in 2003 in a competition in Chengdu. I'll leave you guys the link to that in the description below. But I think he also competed before that, so the difference between the one leg and the two leg takeoff is basically whether you're using one leg or both legs to propel you into the air. This is what a one leg takeoff would look like. You can see that only my right foot is on the floor right before I jump, while the left leg is already starting its way into the rotation. Now let's take a look at what the two leg takeoff looks like. I'm using both legs to jump. As you can see, both of them leave the floor at the same time. So what are the ups and downs for each approach? One leg takeoff is optimal for rotation. Like I said before, if you jump on one leg, you can start your rotation without even leaving the floor. Allowing your body to rotate that much more and that much sooner will make it easier to continue spinning even after you kick. I haven't practiced this takeoff in a while, so let me show you an example of when I did. This is also the easiest way to kick, because you're pushing the floor and going directly into the kick. And you'll notice you don't need as much flexibility to perform the kick. The two leg takeoff is better for height. You can generate much more power jumping with both legs, and the higher the jump, the more time you have to perform the whole movement, including the landing. While the kicking itself is definitely harder, with this approach it's much easier to maintain your posture, which in turn can help your rotation and your landing. In summary, one leg takeoff is probably a little easier to perform since it generates more rotation from the beginning and it doesn't require as much flexibility for the kicking part. Still, the two-leg takeoff can be more impressive by allowing you to jump higher. It also provides more overall stability, especially on the landing. But to be honest, it wasn't any of these that made me change from the one leg to the two-leg takeoff after 7 years of practice. Truth is, the XuanFeiJiao was the movement I trained the most in those 7 years. I became obsessed with performing the 720-degree XuanFeiJiao. I literally ruined half a dozen shoes just from the takeoff. At that point, performing XuanFeiJiao was just exhausting for me, and my foot hurt, my right foot hurt at every repetition. At the same time, I was seduced by the two-leg takeoff because the movement just seemed so much cleaner, and the airtime, I was fascinated by how much more time athletes seem to spend in the air, like they were waiting to get to the floor. So one training I decided to give it a try. I was familiar with the takeoff. At the time I was playing a lot of basketball and the takeoff just seemed similar, I guess, to when you shoot. And my first attempt was a success. This was actually my second attempt. I didn't record the first attempt, but this felt so refreshing and especially pain-free that I gradually started changing it. What about you? Which takeoff do you prefer and why? Leave a comment on the section below and let me know. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and share, subscribe to get the notifications. I have a lot of great stuff coming up. So stay tuned and 再见。